When we picture Lord Voldemort, we imagine a meticulous architect of terror, a villain who operates through grand symbolism and theatrical flair. That reputation frames his actions as deliberate. We assume his victims are chosen for a specific purpose within a grander design. This perspective comes from Albus Dumbledore, who tells Harry and the Half-Blood Prince that Voldemort preferred to use particularly significant deaths to forge his Horcruxes. Because Dumbledore is the primary source of lore, this statement became the psychological profile for the character. If Dumbledore says Voldemort is a poetic killer, the fans generally believe him. However, an audit of the bodies left behind to create his first 5 Horcruxes reveals a different set of priorities, suggesting Dumbledore's theory doesn't match the reality. We can test this by plotting the murders on an analytical matrix, dividing them between calculated and convenient. First, we look at evidence supporting Dumbledore's theory. Riddle's first Horcrux, the Gaunt ring, was forged by murdering his Muggle father and family. This crime carries symbolic weight. By wiping out his father's bloodline, Riddle erased his Muggle heritage, treating the murder as a theatrical statement. The Hufflepuff cup also fits the profile. He created this Horcrux after poisoning wealthy collector Hepzibah Smith. Smith claimed descent from Helga Hufflepuff. Targeting her allowed the heir of Slytherin to claim a victory over a rival Hogwarts house. If the Dark Lord had stopped his dark magic here, the evidence would match Dumbledore's profile of a poetic killer. But as we shift our focus to the remaining 3 pre-war Horcruxes, the pattern of significant victims disappears. The Diary Horcrux was created using the death of Moaning Myrtle in a Hogwarts bathroom. Myrtle had no symbolic importance to Tom Riddle. She was a student who happened to be in the path of the basilisk. Following Dumbledore's logic requires us to believe Riddle spent hours waiting for a significant victim while hiding a monster. In reality, he used the first person he found. We see the same pattern with Ravenclaw's Diadem. After tracking the relic to an Albanian forest, Riddle used the life of a local peasant to create the Horcrux. There is no narrative weight in using a random villager to fuel an ancient artifact. This trend culminates with the Slytherin Locket. This was Voldemort's most prized possession, his direct link to the founder of his house. Yet to turn this prestigious object into a Horcrux, Riddle murdered a random tramp on the street. The immense pedigree was paired with a victim of 0 status. The tally shows he prioritized speed over symbolism. By the 1970s, Voldemort had achieved his goal. He was anchored to life by 5 hidden fragments of his soul. He chose imposing, symbolic locations to hide these objects, from a high-security vault to an underground lake filled with the dead. There is a massive disconnect between the immense effort he put into hiding the physical objects and the completely disposable nature of the lives used to create them. Dumbledore gave his former student too much credit, treating Voldemort as an artist of dark magic. In doing so, the headmaster overlooked his actual habits. The real Tom Riddle was hypocritical, impatient, and focused on immediate utility. Removing the myth of the grand mastermind reveals a very different kind of killer, one who treated human life as a logistical resource, disposable fuel for his own immortality.